first bit of advice is not to panic, because unfortunately you can't beat nature. That's the one thing I learned in the very beginning. Nothing will ever defeat nature. But if you've got the right resources, good irrigation system, good wetting agents, then I'm not going to say I can't see it being a problem, but you should be okay on the surfaces you can get water on. But the main thing to do is just not panic. I mean, we never panic here. Obviously, we get a ridiculous amount of rain. So as you can see, it's nice and green behind me, where everyone else in the country is brown. But yeah, the best thing to do is not panic and just work with what you got, basically. Still hard to educate golfers on that, even though, they play in extreme heat and extreme rain. But yeah, I think with the weather and the climate getting, I want to say, worse as the years have gone on. Like, I don't ever remember us having extreme heat and an extreme amount of rain, but something unfortunately you've got to live with and do your best to try and educate with, because you, like I said, you can't beat nature, unfortunately. You've got to work with what you got, and if your golf course suffers, there's nothing much you can really do about it. I mean, you've got products out there that can help, but sometimes nature does take over, unfortunately. Like certain areas of the golf course, I mean, you do your best to manage what you've got, but there are going to be areas where you simply can't do anything about. I mean, your main priority on a golf course, which every greenkeeper will agree with me, is your greens. Outside of that, then, is your tees, surrounds, etc. But your main priority is to look after the greens. Now, you could have areas on fairways which are dry. I mean, if the budget is there to do fairways, etc., you've got water for the fairways, which some golf courses have. I've not been to many that I've seen have got fairway irrigation, but if you've got it, great. But you've got to try and explain to golfers that there are going to be areas out there there's nothing you can do about. You've got to prioritise the greens more than anything, because as I've always learned from the start, grass doesn't like to be cut short. Grass likes to naturally grow long, healthy. With greens, they cut at a ridiculous height. So you can imagine they're not going to hold up well in extreme rain. They're not going to hold up well in extreme heat. So they're going to be very difficult to manage. So greens are absolutely top priority in any golf club, and should be, in my opinion. Some might disagree. I can't see many disagreeing with that, but greens should always take priority, and then you work down your list and what is next in line, if budget allows.